Good morning to you all. Today we are going to discuss disorders of immune system. What happens? This is very finely tuned network of this defense uh, system and which goes wrong. Why? That is abnormalities at any stage of immune response. And this results in autoimmune diseases, hypersensitivity reactions, and immunodeficiency diseases. There are certain autoimmune diseases and where autoantibodies are produced against certain cells or receptors or molecules and which causes the tissue damage and the disease. Example, insulin dependent type 1 diabetes mellitus, that is autoantibodies are produced against beta cells, isolate of beta cells. Myasthenia gravis, nicotinic cholinergic receptors are attacked by autoantibodies. Multiple sclerosis, here the myelin basic proteins are attacked by this autoantibodies. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, here autoantibodies are produced against thyroid gland cells. Graves' disease, TSH receptors are site for action of autoantibodies. And rheumatoid arthritis, here collagen tissues are site for action of autoantibodies. Autoimmune disease, here you know that is the discrimination between self and non-self. The antibodies can't recognize self protein or molecules. What happens? These autoreactive T cells and B cells are eliminated by thymus and bone marrow during proliferation. But some of these autoreactive T and B cells escape the surveillance of the defense system, body system, and comes into the circulation, and then they produce auto antibodies, and then tissue injury happens. And in that case, inflammation and damage takes place. Sometimes what happened, the peptide sequences shared by self tissue antigens with infecting microbes can also cause autoimmune reactions. And this autoimmune diseases are treated with immunosuppressive drugs. Hypersensitivity reactions. There are sometimes inappropriate immune response and which causes tissue damage, and maybe due to infectious microbes, maybe due to self components, maybe due to some commonly encountered substances which are generally harmless, but they cause this hypersensitivity reaction and tissue damage. And this reaction is due to abnormal humoral or and cellular immune response, and it manifests as acute, immediate, and serious reaction. There are 4 types of hypersensitivity reactions: type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1 hypersensitivity reaction mediated by IgE antibodies. This is the most common type, and there are allergens such as pollens, food, milk, eggs, nuts, house dust, ticks, animal dander, drugs. These all causes the type 1 hypersensitivity reactions. What happens? These allergens cross-link with the IgE antibodies and on the mast cells and basophil and induce the following molecules, that is histamine, cytokines, leukotrienes, and prostaglandins, which causes the degranulation of the cells. And what are the manifestations of these reactions? That is vasodilation, bronchoconstriction, hypermotility of intestines, and increased permeability of vessel walls. And symptoms are breathlessness, hypotension, diarrhea, and shock, and anaphylaxis. anaphylactic reaction. And what is an anaphylactic reaction? That is immediate and generalized manifestation of hypersensitivity reaction type 1. If it is untreated, can lead to death. Local manifestations of these reactions are rhinitis, asthma, dermatitis, and treatment is done by desensitization or by prevention of these allergens, by preventing these allergens. Type 2 hypersensitivity reaction. This is a cytotoxic response. IgG and IgM antibodies are produced. Phagocytosis takes place and leads to destruction of cell and molecules which bears the antigen. Examples are transfusion reactions such as mismatched blood transfusion. Hemolytic disease of newborn, that is Rh incompatibility, drug induced anemia which is due to hemolysis of the RBC, and these all are the example of type 2 hypersensitivity reaction. Type 3 hypersensitivity reaction, that is excessive formation of immune complexes, and it deposit on various organs and causing inflammation such as glomerulonephritis, rheumatoid arthritis, serum sickness. Serum sickness sometimes happens when the serum antisera is given in the case of tetanus and diphtheria cases in an emergency case. And this serum sickness appears after 7 to 8 days after the serum administration, and symptoms are fever, vasculitis, rashes, edema, erythema, lymphadenitis, and so on. Type 4 hypersensitivity reaction, it is caused by CD4 positive cells and which produce different cytokines such as tumor necrotic factors beta, interferon, gamma, interleukin 2, and this causes local inflammatory response which is known as the delayed type of hypersensitivity, that is DTH. This response occurs after 24 to 48 hours after second exposure to the antigen, and the cells which are activated, these are macrophages, accumulate at the site of infection and leads to enhanced phagocytosis. And this DTH response takes defense against parasitic diseases and intracellular infection. And this type of reaction is utilized in a case of this Montu test which is done in a tuberculosis patient of tuberculosis, and Sir Robert Koch described this localized skin reaction, intradermal inoculation, filtrate of mycobacterial culture, and we judge the inflammation or wheal after 72 hours. Other example is in the patient of leprosy where chronic granuloma formation takes place. The contact dermatitis is again an example of this DTH. Now come to the immunodeficiency diseases. There is immune response, and there are several genes takes part in this immune response, and they are switched on or and switched off. Mutation of any of these genes causes the dysfunction of the whole immune system. It may be primary or it may be secondary. The primary immunodeficiency, that is, it is inherited, most common, and severity differs. The example is SCID, that is severe combined immune deficiency, and this is due to the deficiency at the level of differentiation of lymphocyte progenitor cells, that is of B and T. Both cells are impaired. Humoral and cellular both immunity are impaired.